little babies.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Simple Minds Sports Show. I'm here to tell you one thing. The Patriots' expectations, they've officially been elevated. I'd like to talk about that tonight, among other things. But as always, we're going to open with some opening takes here in the Simple Minds Sports Show, tell you what we're all about and what we're here to talk about tonight. We're going to throw it over to El Chifo, just back from Mexico. The only guy that went to Mexico and got paler, except for his beard. Bobby, why don't you go ahead and
it's true. He is pale.
Unbelievable that none of that is true. But what we just witnessed on Sunday night might have been the Patriots nuts dropping for the first time in 3-4 years, maybe. It was their biggest win probably since the Super Bowl, 53. And maybe this team now has a pulse. Maybe this team can take a punch and punch back. Maybe they won't just melt down immediately the second something goes wrong. It was highly encouraging. It was great to watch. We may even have a season in front of us. The rest of the Patriots schedule is a cavalcade of idiots and bums and a who's who and suck in the NFL. So, hey, maybe kudos to us. Maybe it's our time again.
Riding that roller coaster of fun right now, right out of Patriots Nation, coming back from Cancun. This guy's riding.
Goddamn right, baby.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do to temper those thoughts. Raymond, your opening take.
Thank you there, Richard. And I just want everyone in New England to relax. Okay?
Ooh, there it is.
A few weeks ago, we lost to the Pittsburgh Steelers, an abysmal game. We're riding high on 2-game winning streak. Yes, we beat the Bills, but what's going to happen is we're playing 1-4 teams coming up. We will lose to one of those, and then Rome will be burning once again. So everyone needs to relax. Yes, it's nice that we're back in the winning ways, but this is a marathon, not a sprint, boys.
I'll take 5-3. Sounds great.
We're going to do a lot of Patriots here for sure to start the show. Patriots Bills reaction, and what the realistic future looks like for this team. Is it real? Is it not so real? Definitely want to talk about that. I'll go Red Sox here in opening take because we do want to get a little post-mortem. It is the end of baseball season. We won't talk about these guys for a while because baseball has done a lot of things to fix their game. Fixing free agency is not one of them, so we won't talk about baseball free agency till February because there's still a bunch of morons. So I want to get to the end of the season, why they lost to the Yankees there in really game 2. They lost the series, but obviously games 2 and 3, and what they plan to do about it in the offseason, including a lot of big talk from Mr. Craig Breslow. We've got a lot of clips from him tonight. So do some Red Sox talk. We're going to start with Patriots Bills reaction, though, of course. We've got 10 questions from a guy named Rob. Early lines with Dr. Big Mac.
You fucking sucked last week.
That's cool. Red Sox postmortem, as I just mentioned. Question mark. This or that with Chief Bobby? Not sure. I haven't got that one of that through, so we'll see if that comes through. Simplest Minds of the Week. As always, this is the Simple Minds Sports Show, Friday Rewind live, Tuesday, October 7th. Welcome to the show.
I got something troubling on my mind. I got something troubling on my mind. I got something.
If you're watching on YouTube, you're welcome. As I mentioned, Bobby's back, paler and happier, but also more facial hair and new room, I suspect.
Mm-hmm. I'm still in Mexico.
Oh, good for you. Ray, looking cute as a button. If you're listening on your favorite podcast platform, please rate, subscribe, review, tell your friends, as always, tell your mothers. And Ray, why don't we tell them about our favorite fan favorite?
Absolutely. Check on fan favorite to get all your Patriots apparel, Bruins apparel, Red Sox apparel, Celtics apparel. They have new signings with Andres Borregales, who just hit the game-winning field goal the other day, and then Alex Austin, who we've always said is the second best cornerback on this team. So yeah, go check them out. Get your apparel right now.
Yep, we've always said Borregales was a great kicker too. Probably the best in the game after that game winner. Which
we're
going to get to here in just a second. Patriots Bills 23-20 Sunday night victory. What comes out of this? First question for me: was this a Drake Maye game or was this a Steph Diggs game? Raymond.
Oh, thank you. I will go, and it's since 2020. That was the last time a wide receiver put up those kind of numbers. This was a Steph Diggs game. He came out. It was a revenge game. I wished every game was against the Bills or Vikings because he played electric. He didn't look like a 32-year-old that just came off of ACL surgery. He was catching the ball on the sideline. He was making great reads on the defense, getting to the open spots, laying down that zone. And, yeah, this was all Diggs.
Bobby.
It was a Drake Maye game. Drake Maye, Diggs doesn't get the ball unless Maye makes some of those plays. Maye showed that he can finally win a game that kind of like matters. He was in a real hostile environment. They had that, whatever they called it, the cold front there. They had the whole whiteout. It was like an actual legitimate road primetime game. And while it wasn't always perfect, and in comparison to how he looked with Josh Allen, you could tell how far he has to go. He performed when he had to, and he did what needed to be done. Without quarterback play, Diggs doesn't get the ball.
Yeah, the real answer is both, and both adequate answers from you guys, but just works out that you're both wrong. The real answer is both. You can't have one without the other. It's a Drake Maye coming out party, but it would not have been there without Steph Diggs. And we can call it a revenge game if we want. He did the same thing with the Texans last year. The Bills lost to the Texans, and Steph had a good game. But you go back to last week, and I get it was the Panthers, but that's the first time we've seen him do that. 200-yard games in a row. I've said it many times to this point now. I was wrong about Stephon Diggs. He is exactly what they need. My biggest palpitation now for the season is, what if he goes down? You're back to nothing. So that's second guessing in the front office, and obviously forecasting something that hasn't happened yet. But that's neither here nor there. I think both is the answer. Drake Maye, 22 for 30, 273 yards, no touchdowns, but no picks. It felt like he ran around a lot in this game, and he did, scrambling, but nothing forward necessarily. He only had 3 rushes for 12 yards, but one of those was a big second down carry in the red zone to get a first down, took a big hit, kind of a high-low thing, if you remember that play, which I kind of like. He didn't necessarily need it. It was second down, but it was that time of the game where when he went, I went, don't slide, go for it, Drake, and he did. So feels like he, especially in the second half, really got control over that game and was in a good spot. The throws that this kid made is why Bobby's right on this, that it was a Drake Maye game. And mostly it's coming in the second half. But in all of them, it's Diggs and Henry. Those are his guys. Nobody else catches the ball on this team.
Booty gets a touchdown. It fucking should be. Demario Douglas and the rest of them should barely play. Booty should get a few targets because he's playing pretty well. But they're doing what they should do.
I'll get to that in a second, Bobby. I mostly agree with you. And this is a Drake
Maye. You're wrong again.
I mean, inevitably, yes, but I'm going to make it be a little bit nicer than just say you're wrong, even though it is a fucking stupid comment. The Diggs catches, the throws and catches to Diggs, the one, the sliding catch. Not a lot of people are making a big enough deal out of this one. It started basically the game-winning drive, the drive that they went down and scored a touchdown to get up by 10, I believe. But it was to Drake Maye's left and put it right where the ball needed to be. The defender was draped over Diggs, and Diggs went into a sliding into second, veteran move, caught it on his stomach, rolled on his back, just a professional wide receiver catch. You don't see it every day. Obviously, the 30-yard dime that the Sports Center, that's
what wet dreams are made of. That's wet dream material.
That's why Bobby's writing this is you don't find Jaden Daniels doesn't make that throw. You don't find guys like that on trees. There's only a handful of dudes on the planet that make that throw. And you got one of them. And he didn't just do it once. He kind of did it all night. The one to Diggs, where Diggs went horizontal on the sideline. That was a big third down play. Obviously, where he's dragging the 300-pound defender in the game-winning drive with 2 minutes left. We may look back and call that a signature play of his career. So it was a coming out party for Maye nationally. I don't know what you're laughing at. What did you send? Have you been drinking, Ray?
Nope. I thought it was funny too. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Okay. I don't get it.
You don't get it?
Okay. Any other thoughts there, Ray? It's a Diggs game, but Drake Maye. How big was your Maye in your pants on Sunday night?
Bigger than I've ever had since the 8th grade, at least, because that was a fully erection game right there. Drake Maye I know that was bad, Bobby. I'm sorry, but no, Drake Maye had a really good game, so I'm very excited moving forward. But I just think, on my opening take, everyone needs to relax, just settle down, there's going to be a bad game coming up. He's going to have those roller coaster ride of a season still. Like, it's not everything's going in the right direction. It's a 2-game winning streak. You beat the Panthers, you beat the Bills on the road. I mean, that's great. But moving forward, you're probably going to lose to the Saints or fucking the Titans, something stupid like that.
Okay, we'll get to the bad judgment, but I mean, this was. I looked at this and went, "This is kind of all Drake Maye and Diggs." Diggs had 10 catches, 146 yards.
We're running the whole offense through him now, 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, if it wasn't for him, that they wouldn't have been moving. They couldn't run the ball for the shit. The scheme wasn't really getting guys open per se. It was Steph Diggs beating his guy and Drake Maye feeding him ball all night, especially when they needed it. That third quarter sliding catch started a drive that scored. The 30-yard dime to the 5-yard line on the scramble play that led to a Stevenson touchdown, and then after that, Marcus Jones interception. It was 3rd and 7, deep in your own zone, and that's when he made the sideline kind of horizontal catch with Drake Maye fading to his right. It's a big play. You get a turnover, and they went down and scored on that too. So between those two guys, I mean, that was their offense that night, and I don't think it's really hard for me to look past that.
They didn't run the ball. They didn't do anything else.
Go ahead, Bobby. Just the difference level in the skill set of those two guys. And really, this is why I do lean a little bit more towards Diggs, because they haven't had a guy like this since Edelman in like 2018 Super Bowl run. And even then they haven't had a guy like this since prime Edelman, which was 2017 or something, Yeah.
Well, they have two things. One, they have a guy at quarterback, they have a guy at receiver, and they have a guy that can coach that each week is making the offense better, and they're doing what they do well, and they're leaning into it, and they don't look like the same team every week, and they kind of look like the old Patriots teams where there's these plays where, okay, it's 3rd and 7. You don't feel like it's over, and why just punt now? Like, no, like we can do this. We're going to run a play that looks like this other play that we did, and then boom, a guy's open here because he had it all set up for when it was 3rd and 7. Like, there is actual confidence that offense can be created, not that it just is going to happen by chance. But yeah, like the offense is going to be 3 guys the rest of the year, but that is we forget that's kind of what it's like for the rest of the league. Like your team really boils down to 6 or 7 core guys, and those are the guys that you ride with. We just haven't even had 6 guys in years.
Yeah, which gets me to the point I mentioned it before. For this team to really take the next level, maybe it's not this year, although of the trajectory in which they're proving, you look at Drake Maye in week 1 where he just looked lost to now. And look, it's not linear. Ray's right. His greater point is they're going to drop one of these games. Like, I circle Cleveland with a nasty defense. We'll see what they can do in offense. Whatever one, Atlanta, someone's going to jump up and have a good game, and they're going to knock them out.
Yeah, they're not going to beat all these shitty teams ahead of them.
No, and Drake Maye is going to have a bad game. So it's not linear, but from an offensive standpoint, in Drake Maye, if he can improve in the pocket, hang in for just a little bit longer, and stop his eyes from just looking at Diggs or just looking at Henry, he's got guys open. I know I've been the main Demario Douglas sucks component on this team, but based on all the professionals I listen to, he's open a lot. Like, he's pretty much open all the time, and he should be, because he's like the 4th option on this team now, which is where he belongs. Kayshon Boutte, the same thing, and May tends to find him at least a few times a game now, which is good. I'm just saying, to elevate this offense, which I think they could, obviously they have places to go, is Drake Maye getting comfortable enough in that pocket and the offensive line improving enough where he can scan the field and find some of these secondary guys. And then when you do that, yes, now you are true contenders. Now you're talking about actually making a legitimate run.
And McDaniels is
indecisiveness. Oh, God, Rim, God.
McDaniels is probably just showing him that during post-game tape and all that stuff, showing Drake, like, look at the time you have if you can hang in there a little bit longer, X, Y, and Z's open. And that'll be something to look forward to, like, coming in the coming weeks, like against these lower teams. Like, will he stay in the pocket longer? Will he stop going for the rush? Yes, I know that he's a playmaker and he has the ability to throw on the run, and that's part of his game. But I want to see him, like you're saying, Rich, hang in there a little longer, find these other guys that aren't getting the ball that we thought would get the ball a lot more this year, and have more than just 2 guys to throw to, have a 3rd or a 4th.
You know what gives me a lot of confidence about that? You look at the Carolina game, they blow out a bad team. Bills game, they beat a good team on the road. Drake Maye in the Carolina game did exactly what we're talking about. took his checkdowns, took the easy stuff. It was a bad defense, and they won that way. And he was, fairly underwhelming, but really efficient. The Bills game, they needed to go off script. He needed to make plays out of his ass, and he did because he's an unearthly human being athletically. So if he has that in his mental bag to know when to stay within the office and know when to break out, yeah, they're going to be really fucking good for a very long time, and it's exciting to think about. I'm just saying, obviously, this is an obvious statement. He has room to improve there. That was his 17th start in the NFL. He just finished his rookie season, so
That's crazy.
things are looking up. We haven't heard from this guy on this program, directly. So I just wanted to play this clip from Stephon Diggs, who was all over the place, pregame, postgame, anybody that put a mic in his face, he was talking. And I'm just going to preface this with, this is a guy, and I'm not shitting on him for it. This is a guy that understands where he's at in his career. He's trying to be a leader. It's not natural to him. And that is so obvious to me when you listen to him talk, but I just give him credit for what he's doing, because obviously it's working and being effective, but it's not cringy. It's just okay, like a golf clap to Steph Diggs. Good job not being a fucking total asshole, man. Thank you. You're being a good guy.
I seen a young quarterback take a step in the right direction. They did a lot of comparisons during the week, and I feel like it was a hell of a comparison to be compared to Josh Allen. But as you come into your own, Drake Maye has to be Drake Maye. And I was just so proud of him, coming in here and leading the team. Being a young quarterback can be hard sometimes, and that's why you have a supporting cast. Running backs making plays, receivers making plays, and let him know that you got his back. So I was just super proud of him. He has a good approach during the week, and attach yourself to the process and not the results.
It just sounds like a guy that's been thrust onto a team that has nobody in that position, and he's talking out of talking points.
Chat GPT right there, baby.
Well,
Again,
look who else is in that receiver room. You got Booty, you got Douglas.
It's like
it's the short bus of the NFL.
He's learning how to be in this role, and good for him. I found that funny, and we could play clips from him from Sunday night all night long, and it was kind of all the same stuff. On the field, it's a little more animated. Yeah, a little more to give. But if he's going to be that kind of guy all year, we got a season, boys, for sure.